Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Gerry Kreitzer, director of the Cedar Rapids Concert Chorale, as well as being the director of music at Mount Mercy University. Welcome.
Thanks for having me on, Dennis.
Yeah, nice to see you again. As it's that season where everybody's coming in with their wrap-up events of the year.
Wrapping it up.
And this is it. You've got one more concert on the books, and in kind of a different location, too.
Yeah, our fourth main stage concert of the year at Usher's Ferry, the Prairie Village out Seminole Valley Park, and a great little venue. They've the new lodge out there. We did a concert last May out there with some Broadway and opera highlights, and we just loved the venue a lot. So we booked it again. I started thinking about Usher's Ferry and Prairie Life and kind of came up with an Americana theme. So it's Usher's Ferry Americana, featuring every folk song that you learned and loved in the third and fourth grade.
Oh, all of them. Every single one of them. It's
minus 150.
In a 22 and a half hour program.
Right. So it really fell together nicely. It's kind of in four parts of Prairie Water, Prairie Land, Prairie Love, Oh Susanna, Sweet Betsy from Pike, Buffalo Gals, and then a Prairie Faith set, kind of really great arrangements of some early gospel songs.
Some some of the old time stuff out of that threadbare hymnal that they would trot out a couple of times a year.
It'll all be really familiar tunes, and you'll feel right at home, and I'm sure it'll be a delightful program.
Well, you're right on target when you say those songs we all learned in third and fourth grade. At least those of us of a certain age, that that elementary music class, that was when you learned those Americana songs. And Oh Susanna is a perfect example of that.
Sweet Betsy from Pike. I'd have never heard that one. So we joked about it. I joked about a 22 and a half hour concert. You had a pretty wide range of repertoire to speak of. So how did you go about narrowing it down? Well, it was tough. Actually, about 4 weeks ago, I cut 4 pieces. So we're down. There's about 13 songs. It's be a little less than an hour-long program, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I started with a tune, Down to the River to Pray, and found an arrangement of that with hammer dulcimer and mandolin and bass. And so I got a hold of a former student of mine, a genius, Alex Shields, who arranged most of the other songs with hammer dulcimer and fiddle, banjo, mandolin, bass. Happens to be one of my older brothers plays the hammer dulcimer, and another one plays every folk instrument known to man. My little brother has a master's in string bass. They're all joining.
All right, I was going to say, is this going to be the Kreitzer family reunion?
It'll be the Kreitzer family reunion. Yes, indeed. And my little sister is going to be singing. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, you start mentioning these songs, and I can, I remember vividly an arrangement of Oh Susanna that I sang in high school concert choir.
Yeah.
Extremely memorable.
Yep.
And I can hear it in my head right now.
Yeah, we have a great arrangement. It's a Stephen Foster tune. We're doing another Stephen Foster gospel tune called Hard Times Come Again No More. But the Oh Susanna is a really rocking tune. And a fabulous arrangement of Buffalo Gals, which come out tonight. Yeah. And we've got a couple of pieces with 4 hands at the piano. So our fabulous accompanist, Marita Wolgass, and her husband, Brett, will be playing that. And one, Bile Them Cabbage Down, boys.
They also don't make titles like they used to.
No. It was fun researching some of those songs. It's actually Boil the Cabbage.
Oh, okay.
And it says, Turn Them Hoe Cakes Round. And hoe cakes are actually corn cakes that they cooked over a fire on the spade of a hoe.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope the hoe was well cleaned.
Well cleaned, right?
Before it was used as a kitchen
Hopefully
utensil.
they wiped it off first.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and of course this is one of those things where you would have to really dive in and do your research, because let's be honest, you got to be a little bit careful about some of those old American folk tunes that now we realized were, kind of racist sometimes, or kind of sexist.
some were like that, but we lucked out. These are all going to be just fine.
Yeah. well, of course. Yeah. So the concert is mid-afternoon, yes?
2:30, Saturday afternoon.
Saturday. Now,
Saturday afternoon, Usher's Ferry. Come out early, stroll the village, sit in the gazebo.
Get a sarsaparilla.
Have a sarsaparilla, yeah. Come on in and hear some great Americana folk songs.
Well, Usher's Ferry is one of, I don't want to say a well-kept secret, because it's not at all a secret, but it is one of those things that unless you've been there, it may not totally be on your radar. But what you're right. Just walking the grounds, with the family, whether it's with little kids or with parents or grandparents, and you could probably start to hear some fun stories from family members too.
Yeah. It is a really nice treasure gem that we have in Cedar Rapids, yeah.
So this marks then the end of the season. So summer off.
Summer off, kind of. We have a really, really important fundraiser called Piano Palooza, the 1st of June.
Oh, okay.
Also at Usher's Ferry, and we're an open, inclusive group. We don't have membership dues. We don't have auditions, and so we rely a lot on concert and season sponsors and this big fundraiser to kind of help bring the arts to Cedar Rapids community.
And that reminds me, too, that as fall starts to roll around, it'll be time to participate, to audition for the next fall's season of shows.
Yes. It's going to be a really great season. I'm not going to spring that on everybody right now, but no audition required, Dennis. Oh. All you need is a love to sing and a little experience, and choral singing helps.
Even a broken down DJ could show up.
Absolutely, we got a spot for you.
When do things kind of ramp up then for the fall, in terms of showing up and start rehearsing?
We'll start this year, I think, the first Tuesday of September. We rehearse on Tuesday nights. Yep.
Okay. Well, so mark your calendar.
We'll also sing a couple of times with the Cedar Rapids Municipal Band this summer.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that.
The Cedar Rapids Concert Chorale, Americana at Usher's Ferry, Saturday afternoon at 2:30 on the grounds of Usher's Ferry. How do we get tickets?
Go to our website, crchorale.org. crchorale.org. $15 in advance.
So get them in advance.
Yep, $20 at the door.
Yep, save yourself a couple of bucks. All right. Well, Gerry, always a pleasure. I hope that it is a great concert, and we'll look forward to hearing about the new season in a few months.
Sounds good, Dennis. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks. You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio many weekdays at 10:30, or download the podcast using your favorite podcast aggregator or at kcck.org/culture. You can watch our videos on the KCCK channels on Facebook or YouTube. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.